Alright, looks like they'll be starting any second now. It's just a matter of time. We see Somedas setting up, or sorry, not Somedas. Aaron the winner is setting up the DSTA. Light mode is kind of a weird champ, but it's all good. To each their own. Somedas opting not to even bother with the DSTA. Kind of an interesting decision, because it doesn't, like, lose any time going for it. It's just setting up the clock beforehand, so that way you can potentially get that sand seed before the DSTA kicks in, so you don't have to manually set it yourself. And, that's just a fast moon that you can get within the sand any percent route, so it literally loses no time. So it's a little interesting that Somedas is opting not to even bother with it. But I guess we will see. Wait, what is going on? Wait, I'm confused. According to the race time room, it said that they've started, but neither of them have moved. Huh. What is going on? I'm a little confused. Alright, I guess they're starting now. Alright, well, I guess they each got a few extra seconds to take a look at the bingo board, if this is the board that they were playing. So, let's take a look at this card, shall we? So the first thing you want to do is note if you can finish early. This means any earlier than Snow or Seaside, as the normal triple bingo for SMO is built around finishing in Snow or Seaside normally. However, there are situations where you can finish early. So, I see 25 regional snow, I see 15 regional snow, I see 5 ground pounding Seaside, I see 40 regional coin Seaside, and okay, so that's it for those. So it doesn't look like that there is any opportunity to finish early. Okay, there's one opportunity to finish early. So if this route is any good, we will likely see both runners go for this. If it's not, we'll probably see them go to either Snow or Seaside. And it's interesting that this board both has 2 Snow goals and 2 Seaside goals. So we might see some diversity here with their finishing kingdom. So this early finish doesn't look too terrible. It is 95 moons total by loss, which is usually really bad. However, having 28 wooded and 28 sand built into your route might suggest me to lead that this is actually an okay early finish. They will need to revisit for purchase 6 moons. They will need to revisit both Cap and Cascade. However, there is 5 stickers on this board, so that will pair quite nicely with that. They would have had to revisit at least once anyway. Let's see, what else? There's also 5 moons for Moon Shards, so a revisit to Cap is pretty much necessary if they decide to do this route. Well, it's absolutely necessary. You can't get 5 Moon Shards without Cap if you want to finish in loss. So, the amount of moons that this totals up to is you leave lost with 55 normally. So, then you add in the 12 from Wooded, and the 12 from Sand, that puts you at 79. And you also add in the 2 purchase moons, along with the extra Shards moon from Cap, that'll put you at 82. Which means that they would need 13 extra moons to make this route work. Now, that seems like a lot, but you have to remember that once you get into Lost, moons are right next to each other because of the size of the kingdom. Because of the size of Lost Kingdom, I can actually justify this route. I actually think this route is not that bad. However, I think this board might be interesting because it looks like there are potential good snow and seaside finishes as well. So, we definitely have this early finish to keep in mind. However, I don't think that's the only thing our runners will keep an eye out for, because both snow and seaside seem pretty promising from the looks of it. Like, you have row 5 and row 3 with all of these regionals and the 200 total. Like, that's excellent. And 90 moons total, finishing in snow, is not going to be that many more moons than you normally would, so you just need to grab a few here and there. Or you could do one of the big moon goals to help you out there, like TLDR with the 28 sand. That would help you get there. So both of those definitely seem okay in the grand scheme of things for a snow finish. For a seaside finish, I would say something along the lines of... actually, can I recommend seaside here? The seaside lines kind of get screwed over because they force you to revisit cap. Now, that isn't necessarily bad. However, if you're already going to snow or seaside, you want to try and prevent that. So, I actually don't think seaside is going to be as viable here. So, I think we're going to see either the early finish or a snow finish. I don't think we're going to see seaside here. But who knows? Maybe. Yeah, I apologize. There's something wrong with the restream and the board is cut off. But I'm trying to describe it the best I can. Yeah. Yeah, Angel, this is only a best of 1. So, there will not be any game 2s or game 3s for this. You assume the tracker is not meant to be there? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's, I think that's for, like, a Link to the Past randomizer or something. Alright, so... looks like Somedas is immediately collecting purples. Now, that would make sense, because, Somedas, did mark the 25 Cascade Regionals, and it looks like he might be collecting more than 25? So, we might be seeing that 200 total, and potentially that snow finish that I was talking about. It's not the best thing ever, but I also don't think it's that bad. Like, I can definitely justify it. So, Somedas just collected his regionals, and he is gone. He did not set up a DSTA, though, even though he would be totally, within range of hitting a 152 DSTA. So, a little unfortunate. Aaron also leaving Cascade immediately. I don't think he collected all the regionals, but I think he intends to do the early finish, so that is not an issue. So I think he collected some of them, and he's going to be back later for the rest. Which makes perfect sense. Looks like Restream might be working on fixing the board. Maybe. Looks like it's a work in progress. So, Somedas does have a little bit of a lead, but I have a feeling they're going to be doing very different routes based off of what I saw so far. However, Somedas might have just collected all the regionals and then hasn't quite realized that he needs to revisit for the purchase moon. That's very well possible. Somedas is collecting sand regionals. I don't believe I saw a sand regional roll on this card, which means that he is definitely going for this 200 total. Like, I mean, I guess he could be doing it for the sticker. That actually could have... yeah, you know what, that actually could have been for the sticker. Because he only collected, like, 10. Oh, never mind. He's collecting more than 10. I think the 200 total is confirmed at this point. Because if he's collecting more than 10, and there isn't even a sand regional goal on the card, it's almost guaranteed that Somedas is going for this 200 total, which means that we will very much see very different routes from both of these runners, which is very exciting. There hasn't been too many situations in this tourney specifically where we've seen one runner, you know, finish incredibly early while the other runner has to go to Snow or Seaside. So, if Somedas is going to Snow, and Aaron is planning to finish in Lost, this is going to make for an incredibly interesting race to watch, because it's going to be a little bit hard to tell who's in the lead, because Somedas needs to get kingdom progression faster than Aaron. However, Aaron has to traverse much less kingdoms to actually finish, so granted, Aaron is doing a lot more in each of these kingdoms, so it'll probably break even. So yeah, right now I think Aaron is going for the C1, row 2, BLTR early finish, and Somedas is at least confirmed to be going for this 200 total, which means that he's doing Snow or Seaside. I don't know exactly what Somedas' route is yet, however, I can definitely predict that he's probably finishing in Snow, because I do not like any of the Seaside lines on this card. Yeah, Somedas just keeps collecting the regionals, man. He is definitely getting this 200 goal. He would not be going this hard on the regionals if he wasn't. Is that a successful dram from Somedas? Indeed it is. Breaking the crate, and maybe going into the tower? Nope. Not even bothering with the tower. I guess that makes sense, because he's not gonna be going all the way to, you know, he's not going for that 28, so that makes sense. Aaron is going for the 28, though, and is deciding to collect the Story Moon, which I can justify for 28. I will not justify Moon Shards in the Sand for 28, though. Unless if he... Oh, I mean, actually, he is doing 5 moons from Moon Shards. You know what? I can justify that. Never mind. Forget what I just said. He's doing 5 moons from Moon Shards. That is perfectly fine. My apologies, chat. Yeah, Somedas is kind of just doing pseudo any percent with regionals, from the looks of it. It doesn't look like he's doing anything else that crazy. He's basically just doing, like, some sort of any percent route with adding in a bunch of regionals. So, if Somedas is doing both row 3 and row 5, how many regionals are built into this route? So we have the 40 Wooded, we have the 25 Snow, we have the 30 Metro, we have some from Stickers. I think it's probably like 20 extra, maybe. Actually, no, probably not. 15? Let's go with 15. Math is hard. So, from the looks of it, Somedas has like 130 regionals built into this route just from row 3 and row 5 alone, so that's really good. That means he's only going to be going out of his way for about 70 of these suckers. Yeah, 28 sand is definitely something Aaron is going for. It's possible Somedas might also be going for it, because I did mention the diagonal isn't bad, because it'll help you get to that 90 total. So it's definitely possible Somedas could be doing it. But the way that he's approached this Sand Kingdom, he's been skipping a lot of really obvious moons for a 28 Sand route, so I don't think we're going to see 28 from Somedas. And if we do, this is the weirdest 28 Sand route I've ever seen in my life. So... Somedas might have some explaining to do. Nope, he is leaving. As I expected. Okay. So, that does beg the question, what line is he going for? I can pretty much guarantee row 3, row 5 from Somedas. But I don't know what his third line is going to be, and we might not know that for a while. First time for anything. Very true, Angel, very true. So, Somedas leaving sand significantly earlier than Aaron does not mean that Aaron is losing, it just means they are doing incredibly different routes. Very different routes. This is going to be a very fun match. Somedas backtracking to cap? Oh? Was I wrong? Okay. So that opens up a lot of different things for Somedas. Him going back to cap may, symbolize that he might be going for a seaside finish instead. Because both of the major cap goals on this board are linked by seaside goals. So, that's interesting. Because my first look at this board basically told me I do not want to go to seaside. But maybe Somedas saw something that I didn't. So, I'm very interested to see what he's planning. Maybe column 5? I don't hate column 5, because, 5 extra moons from 90 isn't going to be that big of a deal. However, you shouldn't be, trying to collect too many more moons when you have a 200 total regional goal. I can justify the 90 because there's some really fast moons that you can pick up in both Lake and Cascade, but I wouldn't go too far out of the way for it. Well, he's getting a lot of regionals here, which makes sense. There's about 31 really good regionals that you can collect in cap. I would highly recommend that most runners should pick up for a total regional goal if they're going to cap. Somedas entering the Shard sub-area. This makes perfect sense. Ooh, very fancy with the Shireen bounce for that first Shard. I don't think that was necessarily necessary, but, wow, necessarily necessary. Good English, Agron. I promise you I'm a native speaker. Alright, Aaron finishing up his 28 in Sand. I think he's just doing, the 2 sub-areas plus moon shards, because he has 23 moons right now. So that would make sense. That would round him out to 28. Looks like he's going to be doing bullet building, then heading over to the Moai habitat, doing shards, and then dropping down into the Moai sub-area. I know exactly what you're doing, Aaron. I've also played with Aaron a lot, so I kinda know his playstyle. I've not played Somedas that much, though, so his playstyle is still kind of a mystery to me. Somedas grabbing both Poison Waves and Frog Pond. Very interesting. I don't necessarily disagree with that decision. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. Having to dip back down just for the Moon Shard, the Paragoomba only collected the coin ring. Yeah, I can just sense the frustration from that mistake. I can just sense it, dude. Been there, done that. So, man, that really does open up a lot of different things for Somedas. If we saw Moon Shards and he's not going for 28 Sand, well, that eliminates TLBR. Completely. So, maybe he's doing, like, row 4, C3, and row 1? No, that doesn't make sense, because he didn't get 20 Sand. So, it has to be C1. So, we're looking at C1, C3, row 4 for Somedas. That is not the route I was expecting. At all. Do you think you're a crazy person if you would try row 2 BLTR and C1? No. Because that's the route that Aaron's going for, and I honestly don't think it's as bad as it looks. I think it's pretty justified here, to be honest. Because like I said, once you get the loss, moons just go like... over and over and over again. Because they're literally right next to each other, dude. Like, there are so many moons that are close by in Loss. Alright, so Aaron just finished up his 28 sand. Is now leaving. What could Somedas possibly have to do in a lake? I guess purchase a moon from the shop and a sticker. Is that it? I guess he might be gunning for some extra regionals here and there as well. Ooh, taking a bit of a fall there. Not quite being able to get up to the Rango arena. See, personally, if I were him, I would have just used the flower there, because you were already using the spin turret to collect the purples, so probably opened the flower on accident anyway. But, to each their own. Interesting, he just grabbed the checkpoint. He's not actually fighting Rango? He's not fighting Rango. I guess there's no particular reason to fight Rango. He does have look at 2 hint arts in his route, supposedly. However, there will be later hint arts that he can collect that will be easier to look at, so... The Lake one does require fighting Rango, so... It's very possible that Somedas just kind of grabbed that checkpoint for safety in case he needs it later. T1 would still require 28 sand and wooded, or are you talking about the early finish? Oh, sorry, you said row 2. I mean, but that is the early finish that Aaron's doing. I mean, that's part of the reason why I said that it's viable. Because by doing 28 sand and 28 wooded, you're working towards that 95 moon goal very rapidly. There's 82 built into this route. So, I honestly don't think it's that bad. I can justify Aaron going for it. Is all I was trying to say. So Somedas did fight Rango in the end. I was a little confused why he just grabbed the checkpoint and dipped. But I guess that makes sense. He was just grabbing the checkpoint so he can warp out of the shop. I didn't pay attention to Somedas' screen when he was in the shop, so hopefully he bought a sticker. There was that one match where he accidentally bought a sticker instead of a souvenir, so hopefully he didn't reverse the mistake. Alright. Somedas leaving Lake. 21 minutes in. I'd say that's on pace to sub 50. Alright. Aaron grabbing moon shards of the lake. I don't believe Somedas grabbed moon shards of the lake, but he's already looking pretty good on moon shards because he did both of them in cap. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I wasn't expecting a cap backtrack from Somedas in the first place. So, we'll see what happens. So, looks like Somedas is going to immediately drop into Deep Woods. I'm not Psychic, I just saw him mark it before he actually got there. Aaron also having issues getting up to the Rango Arena. What is going on, chat? Now, Aaron might choose to collect a few extra moons here, because like I've mentioned multiple times, Aaron needs 95 and there's only 82 built into the route, so... Him grabbing a few extra moons here and there is not gonna hurt at all. Of course, like I said, if you wait till Lost to collect at least some of them, you're gonna be in pretty good shape, because Lost just has way too many fast moons. Alright. Somedas marking capture both the cactus and the tree, and 2 moons from Deep Woods. So, Nice synergy there. Now, I haven't exactly paid super close attention to the amount of regional Somedas has been collecting in these kingdoms, but it is the runner's responsibility to know if they have completed a goal or not, so we'll find out at the end, and, you know, I'll obviously ask him to open up his menu to look at regional counts and stuff, so... But I'm sure he'll be okay. He's pretty experienced. He knows what he's doing. Alright. Somedas collecting some purples here and there. Looks like he's gonna be attempting Nut Clip. Does he get it? Ooh, not quite. That's okay. Was likely probably only doing it for Gate Skip anyway. Does someone else need to do anything extra in Wooded? I guess potentially the 1 moon from Goomba, but he could technically save that for Seaside as well, if he wants to avoid fighting Spirit. Which is a legitimate strategy that he could potentially go for. But I have a feeling he's going to be fighting Spirit, because he does have 4 moons from sub-areas Wooded to do. And one of those sub-areas is a Shard sub-area, but it only unlocks after you beat Spirit. So there are 4 moons from sub-areas available before beating Spirit, the Flower Road and Pipeway. However, I have a feeling he's going to take advantage of the synergy here and just do the Goomba and the Shard Rocket. Which makes sense. They are right next to each other. So, I think Aaron is doing both of his revisits right now, which makes a lot of sense. He's left a Lake, which means that he'll be able to get an extra moon out of Lake, assuming he looked at the art. Because when he goes back to Cascade, there will be a Hint Art moon that he will be able to collect that obviously wasn't there during his first visit, because it's a Lake moon, not a Cascade moon. Alright, Aaron also collecting some moon shards and Cap. Makes sense. So he's gotten the Lake one, he's gotten the Sand one, and now he's gotten Frog Pond. Will he be doing Poison Waves? No, he is leaving. Interesting. So he will be doing the Wash Shards. That is confirmed at this point. But again, that doesn't really make too big of a difference because, like, Aaron needs extra moons anyway, so him spending extra time in Lost is not going to hurt him. Yeah, so it looks like all Somedas is going to do now in Wooded is just maybe collect a few more purples, buy Shot Moon and the sticker, and get the Goomba Moon and the Shard Rocket. He does only have 10 moons, but there are some quick moons on the upper half of Wooded that you can collect to, you know, get what he needs done, along with what he's already doing. Right. So there's the sticker from both runners, in Wooded and Cascade respectively, and the shop moons in each of those kingdoms respectively. Synergize shopping. Oh, Somedas does not have enough coins. That's a problem. That is not a problem I foresaw with the route that he was taking, because he had multiple opportunities to get coins with the Luigi arts, which give you 200 apiece. I guess he's gonna get it now, and then he's gonna have to go back to the shop. Ooh, that's interesting. Hopefully he doesn't forget. That'd be pretty bad. Yeah, I wasn't even looking at Somedas' coin count. Just like, wait, 53 coins, what happened here? Alright. Here's the 1 moon from Goomba on Somedas. And Aaron is now entering Wooded, which he has a good bit to do here. He actually has a lot to do here. This is where a good majority of the card is going to be spent for Aaron. Yep, and there's the Shard Rocket from Somedas. Aaron is also immediately dropping into the Deep Woods. Makes sense. Probably gonna do some sort of variation of the darker Deep Woods route, which collects 5 moons. You get the tree, you get the timer, and then you get the rock, and then the 2 breakable blocks. So, we will likely see Aaron get all of that. Yes, he does need 28, so... These are all pretty fast moons. I mean, they are in the category where you collect the 500 fastest moons in the game, so... I would hope they're fast enough for this. Somedas collecting even more regionals. Good lord. So, I guess that means he is not doing any other major regional goals on this card, which doesn't bode well for that 200 total. I don't like that decision. Usually when you go for, like, a 200 total goal, you want to try and get a lot of regionals built into your route if possible. Otherwise, it might not even be worth going for, depending on the card. So, definitely a bit of an interesting decision on Somedas' part. It's also possible that he just didn't want to take time to think, and he just kind of threw a route together that looked okay. And there's definitely always that possibility. Oh no, Somedas. Giving up on those purples, he's like, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it, man. Alrighty. So, Somedas still needs to buy that shot moon, so... Again, hopefully he doesn't forget. Okay, he's looking at the art. He's forgetting which tree the art is behind. It is the one closest to the Odyssey that's far back. Yep, there it is. Happens. I totally understand. Wooded, everything looks the same in the front of the kingdom. Now he will buy a shot moon, now that he has the coins for it. And Aaron is just making his way through Wooded. He doesn't have as much left as you would think. I have a feeling Aaron's going to be finishing within the next 15 minutes, which is going to put Somedas on a pretty big timer. Remember, Aaron already did his revisits, so all he needs to do now is just collect moons. Like, that is literally all Aaron needs to do. And make sure he gets the Moon Shard Rocket in this kingdom and the Lost Shards when he gets the Lost, but that's pretty much a guarantee at this point. So, Somedas is kind of looking like he's in trouble, because he needs to get all the way to Seaside, while Aaron only needs to get to Lost. And while Aaron still needs about 20 more moons in this kingdom, I guarantee you the amount of time it's going to take for Somedas to plow through Cloud, Lost, and Metro, Aaron's going to be finishing up at that point. So, I don't want to call anything yet, but this is definitely looking in Aaron's favor. But it is still anyone's game. But it's definitely looking like it's in Aaron's favor. Yeah, so I guess they didn't have indicators on the restream, but yeah, Somedas is red, Aaron is green, so... Christmas colors. It's a little early for that, guys. It's a little early for that. But some people would say otherwise. You know, you sometimes see people with Christmas lights on in July, and you're like, wait, what? What are you doing? Yeah. Somedas having a little bit of hat trouble with Bowser. So yeah, Somedas has more goals marked, but he's going to have to go to Seaside, so... it's a bit of a trek away. And it's not like he's just gonna go into Seaside and just finish right away. 5 ground pound means it's gonna take him a few minutes. Oh man, we're just getting all of the raids from all the other SpeedGaming channels. Thank you for checking out SMO Triple Bingo. Much appreciated. Welcome raiders from all the different SpeedGaming channels. Oh no! Oh, please tell me Aaron's gonna make it. Okay, he's diving back. Okay, good. As long as he didn't fall back into Deep Woods. That was the potential problem there. So there's, shadows where Deep Woods is. And if you fall back in, that's very punishing. Aaron's already been down there. He does not want to go back down there. And the reason why that's punishing is because you can't warp out of Deep Woods. You have to physically get yourself out of there. Okay, well that's not entirely true. You can pause menu warp, but that is banned. So... it is technically true. Alrighty, so... Aaron is about halfway through his 28 wooded. Doing some sub-areas. Somedas is now in Lost. Yeah, okay, I guess he did have to come up here for the purchase meeting. I was like, why did he do that? Because, again, Somedas is on a timer. He needs to get all the way to Seaside before Aaron reaches Lost to have a chance here. So, it's not looking too great. Oh, are we actually closing out SGL? I did not realize that. Well, good on us, I guess. Alright, Somedas collecting even more regionals. That's pretty much the story with Somedas on this card. I just need a few more regionals. You know, it's kind of like that addiction where, you know, you just start eating chips and you're like, okay, maybe just a few more. And then you eat a few more chips and then you're like, you know what? Just a few more. That is Somedas with regionals on this card. I get he needs 200, but I also feel like he might be going overboard. I'm not 100% certain because I haven't been paying attention to all of his regional counts, but it does seem like Somedas might be overshooting these regionals. Again, 200 is a lot with the little synergy that he has within this route, but I also can't fully justify the amount of regionals that he's collected so far. It just seems like it's a little too much. And then 20 minutes later, you find out you ate the whole bag. Yep, exactly. Sometimes it doesn't even take 20 minutes, though. Sometimes it takes, 10. Maybe even 5 if you're feeling really vicious with your eating habits. I mean, let's face it, deep down, we're all a bunch of fatties. But anyways... Somedas now leaving Lost. Aaron still has a good bit to do in Wooded, but not that much. 6 moons. Yeah, 6 moons, that's it. I think one of them does need to be the Shards Rocket. That'll account for 2 of them. But, yeah. From the looks of it, maybe Somedas is planning to just any % Metro. in which case maybe he has a chance. Because a top-level any percent Metro would take him about 7.5 minutes. But it looks like he's collecting even more purples! So, forget everything that I just said. Does Somedas need to go back to Wooded? I don't think so. Why would he need to go back to Wooded? Looks like he collected everything he needs to in Wooded. He's probably planning to look at the Seaside art, because it's at the front of the kingdom. And for the Purchase Moons, he's grabbed every single one so far, so he is more than fine on that. No, I don't think Somedas is going to go back to Wooded. I just don't see that happening. Great. Looks like all Aaron needs to do now is just this Shard Rocket sub-area. And that is it for this 28 Wooded. Very well played. Pretty good route. Didn't see too many major mishaps with it. Besides the potential Deep Woods entry when he was going back down from the tower. But yeah, Aaron is looking very clean to win this. And again, I can't say this enough, but Somedas is on a timer. Because at this point, all Aaron needs to do is Lost Kingdom. And as far as I am aware, Aaron should have roughly 85 moons. Okay, he is 78. I was slightly wrong. No, that's not entirely true, because he didn't put the lake moon in the Odyssey. So he is 79. So Aaron does need 16 moons to finish. We have to keep in mind that Aaron has 79 moons, not 78. Because that lake moon that he collected in Cascade was never deposited into the Odyssey. So, just something to note for anyone, you know, viewing this that has no idea what's going on, because otherwise they'd be like, 94 moons at the end, you need 95! But no, he's good. He is good. He will be, assuming he collects 16 moons in the boss. Alright, so Somedas, you need to plow through Metro. I don't know what your regional count is at, but maybe just hold off on the chips a bit, if you know what I mean. I think you're gonna have enough, buddy. Alright, Somedas going for the scoop clip. Very nice. Got the drive-by. Good work. Purchasing a moon in Metro. That should put him at 6. I don't think he's missed any so far. So that should put him at 6. There it is. Alright. So, that's probably news to Aaron that Somedas is indeed in Metro, so Aaron might be sweating a little bit here. Because knowing his opponent is in Metro might lead to some interesting gameplay decisions. As stress tends to do. Interesting. Somedas is doing this sub-area for his final Moon Shard. I think this is his final one. He did the Wooded one. He did 2 in Cap. He didn't do Lake. He didn't do Lake. Oh, he did Lost. Okay. So he did the 2 in Cap, Wooded, Lost, and then this is the final one. Interesting. So, he could have done some fancy shard clips to speed this up a little bit, but still gets, you know, still gets the job done. Shard clips maybe save like 6 or 7 seconds here. They're pretty difficult. I totally understand if he wants to just not even bother. They do look cool, though. Oh, you're right. He does usually do that. Hold on. That is a good point. Okay, he has been doing that. According to him, after he left Lost, he has 177. Alright. Looks like he's in pretty good shape, then. He'll probably collect a few more here and there, and he'll be good to go. Alright. Yeah. Good idea, Ancient Angel. I kind of forgot he did that, but that was a very good idea. I was like, how many more could he possibly need? Because I've just been seeing him grab them left and right, like, almost non-stop. Now, granted, 200 total, with as little synergy as he has built into the route, it's totally understandable that he's doing that. I just didn't think it was gonna be this many. Like, he's still going! I guess he doesn't want to collect any in Seaside, which I guess is understandable. He just wants to be able to get to Seaside, look at the art, and get his 5 ground poundings and finish. But he's really working for some of these purples, man. And Aaron is already, like, halfway through Lost. I haven't really talked about it because it just goes by really fast, but Aaron is already halfway done with Lost. So, I can almost guarantee this is Aaron's game. Something very unfortunate would have to happen for Aaron to not win here. Granted, this is Lost Kingdom, and literally every step you take, there's poison, like, right in front of you, so... It's definitely possible that, you know, you take a few deaths here and there, but I don't even think that would stop him. When you play him and you're commentating for him, you notice... Yeah, true. I mean, I've commentated some of his matches before. I just tend to not pay attention to the bingo card after, like, the first 5 minutes. Because, you know, it's usually on the restream. I just like looking at the actual physical link, because it's a lot clearer than on the restream. And I'm able to mark stuff for myself. To try and speculate routes myself. But yeah, that's totally understandable. Somedas has a few more moons to collect in the Metro Kingdom, but I have a feeling it's too late. Somedas actually opting to look at this art instead of the one in Seaside. Very interesting decision. Probably isn't going to lose him too much time, but... I don't know, that didn't really seem that fast. Oh, did he forget something? Wait, why is he doing this? He has enough shards. Does he not have 5 moons for moon shards yet? I swear I saw him do 5. Chat, he did 5, right? Wooded, Lost, the rotating maze and Metro, and he did both of the ones in cap? That's 5! Somedas! What gives? Could have just finished with the any % crowd room. Also, we are seeing some very interesting charge strats from Aaron the Winner over here. He will be winning. Doing the Tropical Wiggler Walk. You'll love to see it. That is definitely a viable strategy if you don't have full confidence in your ability to platform across this. This is one of the scarier sections of Lost Kingdom. And this is the intended way you are supposed to collect these shards. Ditching the Tropical Wiggler at the very end. I love it. It's beautiful. Alright. Looks like all Aaron needs to do is just get... 1 more moon? Is that it? Is that game? That is game. 47-23 from Aaron the Winner. That is indeed a GG. Excellent work. Alright. So, let me send Aaron a link to this. Let me also send one to Somedas while I'm at it.
Hello.
Hello, Aaron the winner. You are indeed the winner. How are you?
Doing good.
You are indeed the winner.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations on claiming 3rd place in the tournament.
Yeah, thanks. Congratulations on Congratulations on getting 2nd as well.
Yes, English is very hard. Thank you so much.
Yes, it is.
Alright. So, I don't know, you have any thoughts about this card?
I don't know. It was all right. Honestly, the 95 Moonstar came together really well, but I could have seen like going to Snow with like the 90 and the 95 together being good as well.
Totally understand. I actually had a Snow route that I honestly thought would have been better than the early finish.
Yeah, it's definitely
row 3,
possible.
row 5, and TLBR.
Row 3, row 5, TLBR. That is not what I've been just thinking, but I guess that's not too bad.
Alright. So, Somedas.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm good. This is it's a weird route. I just couldn't find the smart route that he found. I just like immediately discard any like 95, 90 moon routes. So like I will never even
On
consider
this
that.
card, he discarded the 90-95. It worked pretty well on this card.
No, for
Yeah,
sure.
no.
I totally understand you trying to avoid it. However, it just didn't seem like that was the play. I did have a
Yeah.
route with that 200 regional goal in mind. However, it went to Snow, and it did row 3, row 5, TLBR.
Wait, let me see. Row 3, oh 5.
Because look at all those regionals that are built into both.
Again,
rows.
yeah, my problem is
3
just
is
that,
a good row
like
for regionals. I'll give you that.
Mhm.
I don't have the brain to do like 90 moon routes, 95 moon routes. I don't have like the the patience.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
know.
the
I just
thing is, like in your route, like you're already getting like 84 moons, so it wouldn't be too hard to get the 90 and 95 at that point.
Yeah,
No,
no,
for
it's just
sure,
like
definitely.
I've never even attempted those goals, so I just like completely like discard
Oh
them like
yeah, that's
right
definitely
away.
gonna hurt you on this card. They're very good on this card.
And, usually when you decide if you want to go to Snow or Seaside and, you throw Cap in there, that's usually not ideal. because
Yeah, that's
you-
true as well. Usually, if you're going to Seaside or Snow, you want to avoid the cap revisit.
Which is why I immediately wrote off any Seaside route on this card, because all the lines at Seaside basically force you to go to Cap.
Yeah,
True.
that was the option for me. Either do a goal that I've never tried, like the heavy moon ones, or the like late finish, and I just did what I know how to do, and it was still terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, only mistake was
Yeah,
not getting
this
the
was
lake
not a great
shards.
card for you if you were afraid to do the higher moon goals.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely not exactly the easiest card to
Yeah,
decide.
I would agree with you there. It's not the easiest
'Cause
card.
the early finish looks pretty gross, but in reality, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not that bad. The moons work out pretty well.
But
yeah.
it
I
was
also, oh my
interesting
god,
because
I also
there's
would not be able to
the
keep
Snow and
track of so
Seaside
many
route,
things.
so- sorry. Somedas, what were you saying?
That I also, yeah, wouldn't be able to keep track of so many things. 5 shards with an early finish, 2 hint tarts, 4 Siberias, 28, 20, 95. It's just so many things. I just don't have the brain.
There.
Right, so I was actually gonna ask you about that. You decided to get both of the shards moons in Cap, regardless of you going all the way to Seaside. What exactly was your decision behind that? You just wanted to get them out of the way?
Because I had the 5 shards, and I just didn't get the lake one. And I just forgot that.
Okay, well that's fair then, because you did have the 4 cap at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you actually ended up grabbing 6 because you went into the Alpha Door Metro at the end.
Wait, like 6. Oh, fuck. Did I get 6? Damn.
Oh, you did? Oh no, no.
Yeah, because you did two in Cap, you did Wooded, you did Lost, and then you did 2 in Metro.
Oh,
Right.
well,
I should just.
I guess
not
it
have done-
happens.
Totally.
Oh, yeah, I saw the synergy with
Totally.
Cap and shards, and yeah, I just could have avoided Metro.
No, yeah.
I still wouldn't have won, but.
I honestly thought your plan was you were getting all the regionals early on, and then you're just gonna blitz through Metro with like any percent.
No, I was doing pretty good with regionals. I know like 200 with how many? I don't know how many kingdoms it is. Probably like 7 kingdoms. So that's an average of like.
That many
I think
kingdoms
the
isn't that
biggest
bad.
problem with your route is you were going for 200 regionals, but realistically you maybe had 60 built in at the most.
Yeah, it's true. You definitely would have more built in on like some of the other routes we were talking about.
It's like an average of 28 per kingdom.
Mhm.
Like, and there's a lot of kingdoms, so it's pretty
Oh,
slow.
for sure, 100%. I'm not saying that your decision was bad. I'm just saying it might have
Why
been a
the route was
little bit
bad? Yeah.
flawed.
Why the route was bad?
Yeah.
I could have chosen a better route, but yeah, I think I paired decently. I didn't make any big mistakes, which is like, I don't know. I think I had like a really good time considering the route, or it would have gotten a good route
That's
if I hadn't
fair.
chosen snow.
Yeah.
I chose
Oh
snow,
yeah,
by the
for
way.
sure. You probably would have gotten like a low 50.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I chose snow.
Oh, that is, and then you forfeited at the
That's
end.
why you forfeited. Okay.
Yeah, I
Oh.
saw he finished already.
What happened?
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
saw
and
he
that,
finished already. Like, anyways,
it's
before
respectable.
before I typed it, I just need to make sure he actually finished. But yeah, he finished, and then I decided like, yeah, I don't want to finish it again.
That's fair.
No, yeah, that's totally understandable, and
That's why I
that
have the
does
clown.
happen if you're not like fully paying attention.
Yeah,
However,
no, I'm sure. I think it's happened to everybody at least once.
it's literally happened to everyone once. However, to note for future, if you just press B, you won't go to snow, and then you can choose between snow and
Yeah,
snow.
that's true.
Oh,
Yeah, if you like spam B instead of
Just
A
for
during the
future.
cutscenes beforehand.
Just
wait,
for
can I do that right now? Let me see. Oh, I
He's
think I
actually
can.
trying it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can't.
No, so
maybe.
in order to actually reverse the decision, you would have to close out the game, reload the moons into the Odyssey. And
Oh, that's what I mean. Oh, close out the game first.
Right.
Yeah, like
As-
I
Yeah.
was saying, like before you made the mistake, that's what you could have
Yeah.
done.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
now you still have to close out the game, and it still loses like a minute.
yeah, so accidental snow loses about 40 seconds.
Okay. Alright, good to know. Good job, Aaron. I definitely didn't think I was gonna lose like this badly, but yeah.
Yeah, good job to you as well. If you just weren't, if you just needed a bit more practice with the 98, 95 moons, and you would have done just as well on this card, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Of course.
Yeah,
And
cool tournament.
no, yeah,
Glad
for
to-
sure.
glad to
This has,
participate.
been a great tournament as always. However, I do want to say something in regards to the finals interview and generally how I acted during that interview. I had no intention to emit any toxicity or envious emotion. It just kind of happens when you lose, and it's frustrating. However, I realized when I did that, I kind of shut out BP, the winner of the tournament, and he didn't really get to speak or say anything on the behalf of, the Odyssey community or, what he, wanted to say. And I feel really bad about that. I just, wanted to make that clear to everyone that I didn't mean any, any potential bad blood or anything like that.
Yeah, it's all right. It can definitely happen when you're really mad about the tourney, but I'm glad you're feeling better now and you're able to.
No, yeah, I
Make
definitely
amends with
feel a lot
everything.
better. I just wanted to put that out there that, there is, no hard feelings between anyone, and, it's, it's good now. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's at least good.
Yeah.
I need to watch this final.
Yeah, it was an interesting final.
Yeah, it was interesting. Maybe just skip over game 3.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna say that.
But yeah, I'd say, overall good tourney. I'm really happy with the result, regardless of, me getting second or not. I just wanted to say that the tourney's been good. The general support from the community and SpeedGaming has also been fantastic. We're already planning to get another tournament running.
Yeah, I'm
in
definitely
January,
looking
which
forward
is
to that one.
fantastic. And that'll be a more traditional style that will last over a month or two with a group stage and then go into brackets. So it'll be a bit more formal. If you have any interest in SMO Bingo whatsoever, I highly recommend joining the SMO Speedrunning Discord and, type a message in the Bingo channel. And, hopefully, me, BP, or some other experienced Bingo player will kind of fill you in and we can get you started, because it's a very interesting format, and I do believe this has a lot of potential to become huge one day.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
All right, well, I've been Awesome Agron,
I've been Aaron the winner, I guess.
and you were indeed the winner.
I was.
All right. And yeah, thank you all for watching SG Live. I don't know if we're the last event or not, but during this match, a bunch of other speed gaming channels rated us, so I'm assuming we're the last event. So thank you all for watching SG Live. It's been a great event. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, bye, guys.